Welcome to episode 17 of the Mel-Tran Designs Knitting Corner podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Anansi on Ravelry, and on Plurk, I am Mel-Tran Designs. We also have a Mel-Tran Designs Ravelry group, so please come join us. Today is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2013. And it's my birthday week. It's my birthday week. Woohoo, woohoo. My birthday's Friday. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. I have already received a few birthday pattern gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you to those of you who have given those to me. It's not required at all, but I'm very, very thankful for them. I'm kind of picky on the patterns that I want. So when I have something on my wish list, it's something I really want, and to get those things, it's like, hooray. So anyway, if it's your first time, welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back, and thank you for hanging out with me. I hope we have fun today. I want to start off by telling you about a coupon code that I just started. It is in celebration of my 32nd birthday. I'm having a 50% off all of my patterns coupon code through Sunday, April 7th at 11:59 p.m. Hawaii time. That should cover anyone who watches this podcast. The coupon code, are you ready? Birthday 32. The word birthday 32 with numbers 32. Okay? Birthday 32, because I'm going to be 32. Makes sense, right? Share it with any of your friends that you'd want. Post it anywhere you want. I have posted it in a couple places on Ravelry and on Plurk. Feel free to share the coupon code. And spread the love. All right. Happenings this week. Well, we had Easter over the weekend. We got to do 2 different Easters. My mother-in-law was in town, so we did Easter with most of my in-law family on Saturday, and I got to have cheesecake, and it was so good. Yes, I took a pill, and that was fun. The girls got all the kids got to play with their cousins. That's always a great time for them. And then Sunday was real Easter. After church, we went to my dad's house like we always do. And excuse me, I made potato salad for the very first time. I don't know why I haven't done it before now. And it turned out really good. So that'll definitely be something I do in the future. It was a lot of fun. We did Easter egg hunts, dyed eggs, ate candy, lots of candy. My grandparents were over, which we weren't expecting, so that was fun. And then my aunt and cousin actually came into town. They didn't tell anyone they were coming into town, so that was a nice surprise. We were over there until, I don't know, like 11. The girls are out of school this week and next week, so we got to stay late. And yeah, my sister and brother-in-law have Anansi last night to today. They decided to take her, and then Kyan will be next week, and then Eli will be the week after that. So my sisters like to take each of them individually, so they get some time just one-on-one with them. It's so much fun when kids have siblings to be able to get them by themselves to, get to know them a little bit better. We do it with them. So anyway. I think that's really all. Oh, no. Last night, Jake and I got to go to dinner at my most favorite restaurant. It's called Noodles and Company, and they are opening a new location today in Boise. And because I'm on their email list, I was invited to their pre-grand opening event, which meant free food, whatever we wanted. So we both got meals, drinks, and dessert completely for free, which was awesome. And that was nice. I do have a free dinner certificate from them for my birthday, so I'll get to go there again. So, yeah. I'm thinking, I think that's all. Not really a super eventful weekend or week. So anyway, on to works in progress, I guess, huh? Things are going to, once I show you what I'm working on, for the next couple of weeks, my works in progress are going to be very, very few. Because I'm teaching a sweater class starting on Friday, and I hadn't started it until yesterday. So I'm going to be pretty much monogamous this week. So that's just how it is. The sweater that I'm teaching the class on is the Vodka Lemonade sweater. I've talked about it in the past that I was going to be doing it. I've cat hair all over this. So this is what I have done so far. It's 2.5 inches of the collar. It's a seed stitch collar, and that's what you start with. It's top down. And I love that you start with the collar because picking it up and doing it at the end, after you've knit a whole sweater, 5 inches of seed stitch can feel like you're knitting the whole sweater all over again. So I'm very happy to be doing it at the beginning. And seed stitch, when it says do 5 inches, you're like, all right, that's not too bad. But it's like garter stitch in that it compresses down into itself. And so I've already done 24 rows, and I only have about 2.5 inches. So anyway, it's all right. Once I'm done with this, I'll get into the stockinette part and just. But plus, I just started it last night, so it'll be fine. It's easy to work on during VKN or while I'm watching a show or whatever. So anyway, this yarn is Volmisa DK. I thought I had my I don't have my tag. Volmisa DK in the Tollkirsch. I don't know. I think it means like black cherry or something like that. I'm gonna butcher it, I know, and I apologize to anyone who speaks German. It's on my Ravelry project page, the name of the color. So let's see if it'll. Yeah, see, it's just a nice red brown. I think that's showing up from what I can tell. It is. So anyway, I am alternating the two skeins. They fit perfectly in my bag that I got from the Puffy Mondays retreat. So it calls for a size 5. I'm doing it on size 3 because that's what I got gauge with, which isn't normal for me. I don't usually have to go down 2 needle sizes, usually just 1, but whatever, I want it to fit. So there's that. I was going to show you a picture of the whole sweater, but I can at least cover that up and show you what part I'm working on. So anyway, moving along. Let's see. I have my Let Me Love You socks that I've been working on, the Fiber Nymph Dye Works Valentine's Day socks. I am done with the first sock body. I do still have the heel to put in, but I'm going to wait until I finish the second sock before I do that. It's just what I do. I don't know. Anyway, so I ended with the pink and just a tiny bit of white, which is fine. I don't mind. I did drop I made these on size 1, which is a 2.25, but I dropped down to a size 0, 2.0 for the cuff. And I just have to go through a set of the white, which is just a small section. You can see the white areas are small, and then I'll be to the red. So anyway, all done. Well, with the bottom. So I will be, you'll probably see these worked on because it is my purse knitting. I always try to say sock knitting. Of course it's sock knitting. It's my purse knitting. So what I'll probably do, I don't know, maybe even later today, is cast on the toe and get the first 3 rows done just to kind of get it started, so it's easier to work on, pick up if I'm out and about. I don't like starting things when I'm out. Well, I don't really mind, but if it's already on and it just takes me 10 minutes to cast on and do a couple rows, I might as well, you know what I mean? So there's that. Oh, that's her Desire base, which is a Falkland Merino nylon blend. Oh, and the Volmiza DK is 100% superwash merino. All right. And the last thing I have worked on, well, that is still on the needles, is the Graphic Infection Shawl by Josh Ricks. This is the Mystery Knit Along Shawl. I have only really worked on Haley's. Yeah, I don't think I've worked on mine at all since I recorded last. Let's see if I can get this stretched out. It's pretty crammed onto the needles here. I have finished clue 4 and I'm into clue 5, which is the end. So I'm doing hers. Hers is going to be the size large. I'm going to do a medium for myself. So the edging will be a little bit different, but anyway, so there's that. I can't wait to be able to show the whole thing to you because it's just so beautiful. The blue, if you've been watching, you probably can say this with me. The blue is Huckleberry Knits in the Cascara base, which is for MCN, in a custom color blue for me that I'm sure you could order. And then the red is Indigo Dragonfly in their MCN fingering weight. When I bit into him, I could hear the ocean. So there you go. And I still have a good amount of yarn left, as you can see. So I will have enough left over for whatever. This one is on size 5, which is, I think, what it calls for. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it calls for. Oh, now I'm on tangled up. There we go. Alrighty, let me cram this back in the bag. And this is in my Loopy U bag. And that's all that I have actively on the needles that I've worked on. I do have my shawl, my Graphic Infection shawl that I haven't done anything on. Oh, you know what? If this is what I think it is, I just remembered. I did do a few rows on my Lunatic Fringe shawl the other day. Totally forgot. It was when I was finished with Eli, don't do that again. Finished with clue 3 and not wanting to start clue 4 because it was nighttime, so I just picked this up. And I did one more set of tentacles. So anyway, this is on size 6s in some hand spun that I did. And you will see this get some love because it has to be finished by the end of next month, by Memorial Day. So this will be getting some work too. With the Vodka Lemonade, I won't be super monogamous on it like next week. I just have to get as much as I can done on it this week. All right, moving along, I have 2 finished objects. I made 2 kind of palette cleanser projects. One of them I'm pretty sure I'm going to pull out and redo because it's just kind of obnoxiously huge. It's the excuse me. It's the Blizzard Headband by Jenna Meyer. She is the owner of 716 Knit, and the pattern is I don't have the page that has good pictures on it, so I'll just show you what I have. And like I said, it's obnoxiously large, so I'll most likely be pulling it out. It's this headband that it's kind of like the colorimetry, where it's thin to thick to thin, you know, shape wise. It has a cable down the middle, and normally I wouldn't do a cabled pattern with variegated yarn, but I had this sitting there. This is some of my very first hand spun. I had this sitting around and wanted to use it. It does actually show up in person. Let me see. Yeah, you can see it, but let me see if I can put it on. You'll notice, and I haven't put a button on it yet. It's, I mean, huge. It comes all the way back here, and for me, it's just too much, too much. So, and I made the small version, which was on size 11s. The large was on 13s, and I can't even imagine this being bigger. So what I'm thinking I'll do is pull it out and just hold it. And I held it doubled because it calls for bulky. What I'm thinking I'll do is pull it out and hold it not doubled and even go down to like an 8, because I would be fine if it was only this wide. I do have some bulky that I came across when I was reorganizing some stuff. I have some of the vintage chunky that I made my iced cardigan out of that I think I'll make one of these with too, because I really, really like the pattern and it knits up so quickly. And yeah, I just don't like how huge this is, but I do like how it knit up. So anyway, it's finished, but you know, I didn't tie in the ends because it was just so big. I thought, you know what, we did kind of a one-day knit along on Saturday because there was a group of us that really liked this. So we all had the pattern and knit it on Saturday. This was knit on, like I said, an 11 with some hand spun that I did. I thought I had the leftover ball sitting right here by this chair, but I guess not. Anyway, so there you go. The other thing that I made was also out of hand spun. I have one end tied in and I didn't tie in the second, and I'll tell you why. So this, I don't know if you remember, did I show it earlier in my podcasts? I have a gradient that I spun from the Sassy Sheep. It went from black to dark gray to light gray into red. And I did it as a cabled yarn, which means I split it into 4 pieces and then spun each of those 4. I took 2 and plied them together and took 2 and plied them together. So I had 2 2-plies and then I plied those together like that. So it made a cabled yarn. Let me see if I hold up this light section, if it'll, I don't know if it'll focus or not. That's not too bad. Anyway, it has almost a rope effect to it. Really cool and super soft because it's 50% merino, 50% silk. But I decided I wanted to make something with it, and I saw this pattern that's called the, I don't know, Easy Mobius or Easy Bulky Mobius, or I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. Something along those lines. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And you do the Mobius cast on. Well, I didn't have the right needles to really do that. So I cheated and cast on in the round and then just twisted it and kept going. And it ended up having, let's see if I can pull it the right way here. Well, let me turn it that way towards you. Let me get it to Mobius towards you. It ended up with 2 twists like this, which I don't mind. I kind of like it actually, because when I put it on, let's scoot back here. When I put it on, it is already kind of leaning this direction. So I can do it a second time, and look how cute that is. And it's not tight at all. It might look like it, but it's just sitting here very nicely. I love how this looks, and I kind of wish it was still cold outside. I wish I would have made this a couple months ago when it was, you know, negative whatever. But we might still have a couple days where it's chilly. So there's that wrapped around a second time. But I can just put it on like this, or if I wanted to, let's see, I could even kind of pull it onto my shoulders a little bit if I needed something. I don't know. I haven't played with it a whole lot, but I could in theory. I don't know, something along those lines. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, or I could just, you know, have it like this around my neck, and it's growing. I think it's because of the silk, obviously. It keeps getting longer and longer and longer, because when I first finished it, I put it on my shoulders and it just sat here, and now, even just now, it just got a lot bigger. So anyways, it'll probably be, wow, that just really got bigger. That's kind of funny. It'll be one that I double, yeah, see, or just have hanging like that. I haven't blocked it or anything. I don't usually, staticky. I probably won't block this. It's knit 4 rounds, purl 4 rounds, knit 4 rounds, purl 4 rounds. But what I did, let me tell you, I didn't want to purl for 4 rounds. So when I got done knitting, I did a wrap and turn and then turned my work and knit 4 rounds and then did a wrap and turn and turned it and knit for 4 rounds. So I did this 100% knit, even though it looks like this. Ooh, let me not stretch that out for you. That looked all wonky and weird. There we go. That was weird. My finger caught that kind of funny. So, oh, and the reason I didn't weave in the end from when I bound off because my goal was to use this whole skein, and the black end had a few inches left. When I got done binding off, this was all I had of the red. And to be exact, because I mean you can tell that it's not very much, but I want to be very, very exact in telling you how much yarn I had left. Come on, untwist here. It's exactly 2 inches. Isn't that crazy? So, yeah. Yes, anyway. I'm happy to have this done. I'm so happy to have used this yarn. It's so much of a different feeling of accomplishment when you use your hand spun. You know, I always love what I've knit, but when I use my hand spun, it just is, it's even more, yeah, I guess just more of an accomplishment because I made the yarn and then I made something with the yarn, and it's just a really neat feeling. If you don't spin, you're missing out, I'm telling you. So speaking of spinning, moving right along to the spinning section, I did spin on my wheel a bit more of the blue. Where's my phone? Of the blue that I was showing you last week. My phone keeps going off. But I'm not going to bring it over here. It doesn't look a whole lot different. There's just a little bit more on the bobbin. But I did do a little bit of drop spinning. Remember, I'm working on the pigtails from Greenwood Fibers, so I can make the drop city pattern. Let's see. I don't think that's going to show up very well. I'm sorry. I just printed it out in black and white. But anyway, drop city. This isn't telling you anything about it. It's just about the pattern. It's not giving it away or anything. Kitman Figueroa. Good grief. So I've done this much of the Earthen Hues colorway. I don't know why this isn't focusing. That's kind of weird. It focused before. No, it didn't. My actual webcam did. Anyway, so I still have a bit left. I haven't even started the second half. This is still the first half, but that's okay. I'm not in a hurry. It was fun to work on while I was at my dad's on Sunday. And this one is 100% Polworth. If you'll remember, some of the ones I got were BFL and some were Polworth. This one is Polworth, and it's in my drop spindle bag that I got last week. All right, that is all the spinning I have. As far as designing goes, nothing right now. I will have some things coming. I don't have anything that I'm really even actively working on. I was telling my friends last night that, well, I've been asked by a dyer to design a couple of things, and right now I'm not going to go into the details because those are still being worked out and I don't know how much I can and can't say. So, and I'm not trying to be secretive. I just can't, I know I can't talk about the designs or anything like that. The specifics of them. I don't know how much I can talk about yet. So, but anyways, I can say that I was asked to design, and I was saying last night in the VKN, I had told my friends that I had been asked to design, and I was telling the dyer this too. I said, my head feels like a slot machine. You know how when you either pull the lever or push the button, depending on how old school you are or whatever, and the the different things are rolling and you're trying to get them all to match up. Right now, that's what I feel like my head is doing. I feel like I'm trying to match up what yarn I'm going to use with what item I'm going to design with which stitch pattern is going to be. And it really, I could almost see that going on in my head yesterday because she's wanting accessories more than like garments, which is great because I can design accessories. So my head was just like, okay, do I want to do fingerless gloves? Do I want to do another shawl? Do I want to do a hat? Do I want to do some sort of a set? Do I want to do socks? Do I want to do mittens? Do, all of this stuff. Do I want to do a cowl? Like I said, all of these, well, and that's, I guess, the fourth one, or the second one there, yeah. Anyway, what I'm wanting to do. And that's rolling, okay? And then I'm like, ooh, which ones are for yarns? It's just, ooh, which color? And, all of that. And okay, she does self-striping. Do I want it to play with self-striping or do I want it to be, so it's kind of fun, especially because I'm forced to be monogamous right now. So my brain can have just full reign of, while I'm doing that seed stitch, what do I want to design? And I know I can't start it, which is kind of nice because I can just focus on thinking about it. I honestly don't have any ideas. If you have an accessory that you would like to see designed, let me know. Anything is possible. So if you have one specific thing that you're like, I really have been wanting to make this, please tell me. It'll give me a direction to move in. So yeah, anyway, so that'll be coming. Like I said, I won't really be able to show it or anything like that, but you'll know that I'm designing, and I'll be able to refer to that I am designing. So yeah. Also, I am going to be doing a test knit coming up for Josh Ricks, the one that has the graphic infection shawl that I'm knitting. I got the pattern today. I cannot cast on yet, but I'm thinking I'll do that next week. So, so many things to knit. So I need to hurry up and get done with this so I can move on. Get to knitting. Anyway, I have I'm going to show you some yarn that I dyed this week. I'm not going to start dyeing for to sell or anything. I just had a couple things that I wanted to play with. So it's nothing, it's not going to be a regular segment or anything. This yarn is some Brown Sheep Legacy lace. It used to be yellow, and then I got it to this obnoxiously bright red that I didn't like and was never going to use. And so I just overdyed it with a little bit of gray and toned it down a little bit. And that's fairly true to color. It's a really nice red, actually. I'm going to hold it doubled because their Legacy lace is a merino nylon blend. And I have a skein that's super dark, kind of a brown red. I'm going to hold them doubled and make socks out of them. So anyway, eventually, I was already going to be dyeing something, and so I thought, hey, I want to overdye this because I don't like the red. So anyway, there's that. Another thing that I dyed was some Ellsworth Lavold silky wool. It was kind of a rust color. If you go back to episode 1 or 2 or 3, right there at the beginning when I was making the woolly wormhead hat, the mystery knit along, I showed the color that I used for that hat and the color that it used to be when I overdyed it. The color that it used to be is no longer in existence because I overdyed all of it. It was, yeah, kind of a weird rust color. Here it is now. It's purple. I overdyed it with a couple of times. I could never ever replicate this. It was, I put gray over it, and I put blue over it, and I might have mixed the gray and the blue, actually. I think that's what I did, mix the gray and the blue. So anyways, it turned out really cool. I don't know what I'll ever make with it, but it was fun to mess with. Yes, I'm tossing them over there where they'll go. The last one that I made, oh my gosh, this is my most favorite, and it's not even for me. A friend of mine gave me a skein of white sock yarn, and she said, here, dye this for me. I said, okay. So let me see if I can fold it in the way that I did it. Oh, no, don't do that. Skein is tied very poorly. Not on me. I didn't tie it. So I started out down here and dyed from here down gray. And then I filled the pot up again and did blue and held from here down in the blue. So I over dyed the gray with the blue. Do you see that? You can actually see that better on there than I am able to here. And then I put the rest of it in after this had dyed. I put the rest of it in. So I kind of did a gradient, but just like this, so it'll be kind of a variegated gradient, you know, as she goes around. But anyway, it looks so awesome, and I really want to get a skein of plain white yarn for myself and make this again, because I am so happy with how it turned out. And let's see, I'm gonna put it in the hank so you can, it's in a hank, but I'm gonna roll it together here so you can see all the colors together. Isn't that cool? It was so much fun and so easy. So anyway, yep, lots and lots and lots of fun. I really, really want to do this again. I would like to do it with a red too, but I love red. So lastly is acquisitions, and this is my last braid of fiber from the Huckleberry Knits Fiber Club. I will not be re-upping. The colors have been fine. They haven't been my absolute favorite, and I have other things I want to spend my money on. Really is, no, it's like half. I was going to say it was going to be the biggest factor. It's not. Half of it is because I haven't loved what I've received. So anyway, the color is called Seek No Further. It's 100% Falkland wool combed top. And here's what it looks like. It has it looks like three different shades of green, kind of a yellowy, a medium, and a darker green. There it is. I found my phone. Grief. People all over the place are texting me. Okay. I'm recording. That was Josh. He started a VKN, so hurry up, people, let's go. Just kidding. I'm almost done. So there's the three different shades of green. There's three different shades of purple. There's kind of the pinky purple here, a lighter purple and a darker purple. And then there's a light brown and a dark brown. Not my colors. Not even remotely my colors. I don't like yellow greens. To be brutally honest, I am so sick of green and purple everywhere. It seems like everyone, all they're doing is green and purple, pink and green, like green and everything, which I understand it's a spring color, but I am so tired of it. Everywhere I look, all the yarn, all the fiber, everything is green and purple, green and pink, green and purple and pink, green and... Anyway. I will sell this for $20. So that's pretty much how much it cost me. So if you are in the US and you want it and you love it, I'll sell it to you for 20 bucks. And that includes the shipping, because that's pretty much how much I paid. I think I spent like, yeah, 20. I think it was 20 bucks. Because I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'll be out a little bit. I don't care. 20 bucks. I will never spin this. And I don't want it sitting there in my stash if one of you love it. So let me know if you want it, and I can have it in the mail as early as tomorrow. What I do love that it came with, don't necessarily, I mean, I don't really care about the colors. And I want to say too, I'm not anti-green. I like green. I'm just tired of the same combination of colors everywhere right now. So, and I hope that's not mean, because I'm not trying to be mean. I just, when you see the same thing over and over again, it just gets old. So anyways, she always sends a little bag with a sample in it. If you buy yarn, it's a little sample of yarn. If you buy fiber, it's a little sample of fiber. This one is her Merino Yak Silk Blend, and it is 60% merino, 20% yak, and 20% silk. Okay, this is her dragonfly color. Again, green, blue, purple. Again, but holy crap, is this soft! I am so gonna order some in not green, blue, and purple. So soft. So, and this is a pretty decent, let me lean back here, pretty decent chunk. So I will be probably spinning this on my drop spindle, because then I can add it to my my pigtail things if I wanted to. So anyway, I really want some of this. Maybe I'll get some for myself for my birthday. Ooh, that'd be nice. So anyways, I do love that. And like I said, I'll probably be getting some of that soon. So, and it's actually a base I didn't realize she carried. I don't know if it's new or just one that I haven't seen in her shop very often, because it's probably a little more expensive with it being the yak and the silk. But anyway, so there's that. And I think that's all I have for you this week. My couch is now empty because I've put everything on the floor as I talked about it. So, yeah, have a wonderful week. Have a great my birthday week. And go buy some 50% off patterns. Like, remember, birthday 32, birthday 32. Good through Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Hawaii time, which is 3 hours behind Mountain Time, 2 hours behind Pacific. Do the math on that for your own time. Yeah. So until next week, I hope all of your knitting and spinning dreams, fibery dreams come true. And yeah, keep knitting. Bye.